I'd like you to do now is to critique my role in that 25-minute session. And we're going to do an open critique of it. And what I'd like you to comment on is, one, what was useful in the moments, in the periods that I spent with you, and what was not useful during the time that I was with you. So firstly, what did you find useful?
Yeah, I think it was useful when you just gave me the pointers. When I get an assignment, it's nice to get a more or less a framework to know up until where do you elaborate or until where do you have to elaborate to. So it's just setting the boundaries or the barriers.
And was there anything that you found irritating or not useful?
My handwriting.
No, from me.
No.
Okay, thank you. Skipping Donna once again. we move to...
Have a go.
Okay. Linda.
Yes.
Be someone
what did I find useful? I found that you could very clearly identify what I was struggling with. And yes, you were quite succinct.
That's challenge, by the way.
Sorry?
No, the word I don't think if you can't figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. Not useful. You have worse writing than me. And I selfishly wanted more time. I did not want to share.
That's right.
Even with me. I took Donna's time.
Thank you for deflecting. Okay, thank you. Lee.
Well, useful when you first told us, I had no clue what I was going to do, but once I was able to choose a topic, I found it pretty easy to break it down. What was useful is you saying, not to set, and that's something I think I'm bad at, is not setting goals that are achievable. Got to look at time frame and lifestyle and give it a time frame to achieve it in. I think that to me is something that was helpful, yeah.
I think just reinforcing the fact I was doing the right thing, because I was just writing, and you came along and said, yeah, you're very focused, you've got what you need to have down, so yeah, just reinforcement.
Okay.
In the right direction.
And anything that was irritating?
Wasn't so much irritating, but I had to put it away, even though you did it on a separate paper, because the way you wrote your plan was so different from where I was going with my one. I couldn't look at it because it just confused me. So yeah, I think I handed it over to Annie to use the other side of the piece of paper, so I couldn't look at it.
You just help me define which, I say in the study I put lots of stuff down. You just help me break it down and define which bits needed to go where really. And not irritating, but it was just, yeah, it looks like quite a lot of scribble on the page. But I managed to sort it out. I mean, the advice you gave me was good, but you were kind of quick, and yeah, I needed to keep up with you.
Barbara.
I hadn't read in my head, what is it? Encouraging, actually, very, very encouraging. And can I write all of the above? Yeah.
Absolutely. You want to write all of the above here?
No. I don't have any.
Okay. Oh, you take that away. But I may have to put it back. Isa.
Yeah.
What is useful?
I think you just explained on the point I was trying to can see it clearly in my head. So.
Somebody translate your writing for me.
Okay, and anything that irritated you?
Irritated is just too quick. I want to get like
You want to
I want to keep you for a little while.
Yeah.
Let's wait for it.
Okay. I got you, sir. Joan.
Yeah, encouraging. You gave me a starting point, and because I'm one of these ones that I have goals, but they're all in my head, and I don't tend to write things down. I read it, and not useful. Just the fact I had to do it. Really. Sounds stupid. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Marianne.
What I found useful was to clarify, so it's the way
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
application, and less useful was just the time waiting that I was writing it up, and then I just want to have the confirmation that I'm on the right track, and it was just waiting for that time. It gave me time to think about Christmas.
Yeah.
It was probably not this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ellie.
You were quite affirming, and when you came by and you saw my goal, you were interested. You're like, oh, it's a good goal, so it was quite affirming and interested. So that felt quite respectful for me. And you just gave me one pointer, and that's all I needed really. So it kind of confirmed that I was on the right track.
Okay. Thank you. And anything that was not useful? Okay. Now, let's look at the not useful bits. Yeah? This one, the fact that I had missed, oh my gosh, Donna completely means that that's something I need to look at. Because my focus was here. It was not everywhere. Yet I had said that you can sit wherever you want to. Make yourself comfortable. I didn't follow through on that. So that certainly is something for me to keep in mind. Yeah? And that's an error. That is an absolute error that I made. There's no pedagogical reason, and if I'm going to try and create one now, that's what I'd be doing. So that's an error. It's something I need to think about. And it could have had that effect. But clearly it doesn't seem like it has, yeah, by the response that you gave. But the point is, had it had that effect, boy, I'd have a hell of a lot of work to do in this session and the next one to bring you back into the group and to get you focused and not focus on the fact that I may have missed you out. Because you don't want that to happen. You don't want your participants to be focusing on something else. You want them to be participating. Worse writing, definitely something I need to work on. Yeah? So, absolutely accept that one. This bit, wanted more time. And wanted more time. That is deliberate. Okay? When we learn, we go through different stages. And at some point, when we're doing a task, we are dependent on a significant other to help us in that task. But at some point, that significant other has to move away. And you need to make the call when that is. And it's at that point where you can see the penny has dropped. And it's not going to be easy for them to move on, but they are capable of it. Yes, of course they want you to stay on because it will make it easier, but you're actually going to inhibit their progress. So that is a deliberate strategy that I used. This one, time waiting, that's again an error on my part. What I should have done is I should have scanned the room and I should have checked who's sitting and who's read and who just dives into the into the task. But instead, I went around the room. I shouldn't have done that. I went first to Johan because it was obvious he wanted my attention, yeah, and he wanted my assistance to focus himself immediately. And then I just worked my way around the room. I shouldn't have done that. I should have then stepped back and looked, where am I immediately needed? And I should have gone there. Because what I did when I came here, I was about to start working with Isa, and then I realized that Joan hadn't even started. So I said to Isa, I'll come back to you, let me just attend to Joan. Because what happens in the session is completely dependent on me as the facilitator. I set the tone for what happens. I ignored Donna, yeah? So I created that situation. And that's what you do when you're facilitating. You are determining how that session is going to be experienced. Because you are the decision maker in this context, and it is the same when you are working with someone on an individual learning plan. You are setting the tone for that session, and that is why all of this is so important. And you need to be aware of your role in it. So you need to be aware when you are doing that kind of individual support, you need to know what your role needs to be. And that awareness of it will determine how it is received by the different participants.